Right, as I was telling you, I've done a few the last few days about, I've done one about the cigarette men. When the ecstasy was out in the late 80s and the 90s, there was massive money. Then it died out. They started getting really cheap. You used to pay about £6 for them. You could sell them for 20. They were getting dearer and dearer. Sorry, they were getting cheaper and cheaper because, like everything, people learn how to copy them. So they were getting copies and they were garbage, and you were getting them. You'd have to have 3 before you just needed 1. So they weren't making money. The rave clubs went down as well. No one was going out because all the places started shutting down, if you remember, because of all the cigarette bans in all the clubs and stuff. So it went out the window, so the money wasn't getting made then. So what happened then, they started switching to cigarettes and booze. The booze runs and that, they were making tons of money, the cigarette men. So there was 1, 2, 3 lads, and they were all called the same name. They're all called TTT. I won't tell them who the names were, I don't want to get myself locked up, but they were saying, fuck Cockerill, we're not scared of him, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. So they put a contract on me to get me shot for 10 grand, but it was from Scotland, Glasgow. My fucking family are from there, so they had the name, me, asking about getting me shot by a firm up there, and they phoned me up anyway, fucking told me who it was. So I knew then they were trying to get me shot. So I said, look, I'll give you £5 grand out, we'll split the money, I'll get the 10 grand, I'll tax these, I'll give you $5 grand. So the lads who were related to me, the family, so they were involved. So the lads who they were trying to get weren't related, but the family up there were related to, they found out, and it was Court Bridge, only about 8 miles away from Glasgow. So anyway, got told. So anyway, I went to one of them. He was a builder, and he was on a building site building their house. And it goes on, and I went on there, and he's on the top of the ladders at the very top, putting the tiles on the roof. And you fucking come down here, you get down here now, you daft cunt, you gonna get me shot at you. Oh, and he fucking got the ladders, and he stood on the ladders. But I was walking across, it was all fucking mud and shit and everything. And then what was he in? I think it was in the Cosy. I'm sure it was in the Cosworth. So I goes up, and he slid down the ladders all the way to the fucking bottom, dropped at the bottom, from the top to the bottom. Fucking brilliant. I was on it all the way down and ran off across the field, so I knew him. So I'm glad he got away, because sometimes when she grabbed them, the fear's gone then, you've done it. So when I used to go into pubs looking for people, I'd let them get out the pub, and then I'd go in about a minute later. Oh, Brad Cockerill just been in, you just got out the door. So the fears are the most. You end up getting more money off them when they've been cheeky, because they think, oh, he's after me, he's going to fucking kill me throughout. So they start imagining, and you go past their house and go beep, 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 I'll wave at them. I like say 10 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, and think, oh, he's in the area, what we're going to do? And they're at the window every 2 minutes, peeping out the windows. Bit of psychology, Duffy taught me that little trick. Go and beep the horn. And another one Craig Howard taught me was, when you go to the door and you want to attack someone, he says, don't knock on the door, because they think it's the police. And they won't look out, they won't come to the door. So what they do is, get a stone, he says, throw some gravel at the window, and think, oh, the fuck's that? I'll be the door. And they go up the windows, like open the curtains and look, get down here, you, go on, get down. So that happened. So I used that a few times, that trick Craig taught me. Craig Howard, the bodybuilder, was hated to Mr. Britain. So yeah, so they tried to get me shot. So anyway, I've got to him. I've got the other one who lived over near the Bongo, knocked on his door, fucking big skinny cunt, about 6'4". Skinny as a rat, drank about 20 pints a day in the pub every day. And there was another one who lived in Middlesbrough Centre, and he had a business as well. But he was, I think he was close to being a millionaire, that one. I think he was a millionaire. He had different businesses all over the place. He lived in Sperrymore. So I met them. I said, right, use lot, I want to meet you. You put a contract on me, you get me shot for 10 grand. Oh no, we were going to, but we cancelled it. I said, no, you fucking did. I said, you owe me 20 grand. I want 20 grand off you. So I went with another kid who was my friend, and he went, 20 grand each. And he went to say, just 20 grand. But we only wanted 20 grand. So we ended up saying, yeah, we want you fucking, of course we want 20 grand each. I'm just saying for 20 grand, you put 10 grand up to get me shot. So anyway, I fucking 60 grand. Anyway, this is how we know they were working, the Scottish people. They phoned up and said, oh, I'm not paying it. So I said, right, I'll tell you where you live. I told him where he lived in Sperrymore. I told him what dog he had. I told him what piano he had in his house. He fucking shit himself. He said, I'll pay. I said, you owe me another 10 grand now. I thought, I'll pay them and I'll get another 5 grand out of it. So anyway, I met them at a place in Middlesbrough, and they gave me the money, and they gave me £70,000, and £10,000 of it was Scottish little red notes, because that's the biggest dominate money in the UK and Britain is Scottish £100 notes, and they're really little, so he gave me them. So we got not 100 grand, sorry, 10 grand in Scottish pound notes. So we've got 70 grand all in, so we've got 60 grand in £20 notes, most English, all English money, and the other 10 grand was in them. So I give 5 grand to the Scottish lads. It was going up there anyway, and I had 5 grand left, so I got a 70 grand tax, and we split it, me and the lad who got it, and we done that. But then one of the lads who worked with them knew all the fag men, so he would tell me where they lived, so he'd take me around the houses. So there was another one fucking mouthing off from Rosewood, gobshite, going to do this and do that to me. So I'll tell you that in the next one, because when I go on after 5 minutes, it takes too long to download the videos. So I'll just go up to about 5 minutes and I'll do another one. So yeah, so that's going to talk about the fag men, a few taxes I did with them in the day, and these are all 100% facts. You know, I don't fucking bullshit, I tell the truth. I wouldn't be called the tax man for nothing, would I? So anyway, so okay guys, I'll speak to you in a minute.